Hey guys, T. Antonio, owner and creator of Trigger Devils. Today I've got a story for you guys. It's a real life story that happened to me. But before we get into that, in the background I've got a gameplay of me doing some gun game, knife only. It was really fun to get, and I think I go on a couple good streaks during the game, so enjoy that in the background. If you have not heard of Trigger Devils or don't know what they are, click the card right here and you can watch our ad, which is a 30-second ad that explains what they do, but basically they are trigger stops. Alright, so let's get into this story here. I'll start with just kind of the basic moral of the story, which is to think of people, whether they're celebrities, whether they're people you idolize or not, think of them as basically your peers, and not necessarily like anyone's all that much smarter than you or dumber than you, but we're all very, very, very near each other, and it's really just down to decisions that we make in our life. That differentiates whether you're a millionaire or if you're not. So with that in mind, I have a bit of a story that is exactly how I think or how I use that thought to change my decisions. So if you guys don't know this already, I still work a full-time job, so it's kind of like I do two jobs between Trigger Devils and my full-time job. And I work in an corporate environment, so a Cube, and it's a company that has hundreds of employees. We all work together, and something that's kind of an interesting situation is the bathroom situation at work, because it's not like you're in a public restroom. For the most part, you pretty much know who's in there, so that can be a little awkward. So that's something you just kind of get used to, as working in an office. Everyone has to deal with it. So one day I was going to into the bathroom, and I had to do number two. So I hit up the stall. Normal day, except for things actually. This is where it gets to be a little gross, a little too much information, but it's a little loose. So I'm not gonna lie, it was not coming out clean. So, but whatever, still no big deal. So I'm getting near the end where I'm going to clean up and head out, and I hear the CEO of the company walk into the bathroom, and I know it's him because I hear him talking to someone as he walks in. So I can tell his voice. We're basically acquaintances. I've had lunch with him a couple times, and we've talked a pretty good deal. I've known him for many years, although we haven't really become close friends or anything. So, but the truth is I really admire this guy. He's just a fantastic guy, and someone I've looked up to for many years as far as his career and just his choices in life. He's just a top-notch person. So, so I hear him getting closer, and I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't hit up the stall next to me, but that's exactly what happens. So he's in the stall right next to me, but I'm thinking, okay, no problem. I can just finish up here, and he won't even know it was me. So I go to wipe, and of course there is no toilet paper. And let me remind you, it was not like a clean breakaway. So I was really limited with my options. I was either having to do a no wipe and like a very messy one, or I had to ask him to throw me some toilet paper from his stall. So basically I was screwed. So I sat there for like a minute, just like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, and that's where this moral came in. I was like, you know what? He's just another guy. He's just like me. Even though I look up to him and he's a great guy, he's not better than me, or I'm not better than him, and so I'm gonna ask him for the toilet paper. So I decide that's what's happening, and so I say, hey, and I'm not gonna say his name here, but hey, and he's like, hey, and I was like, hey, can you pass me some toilet paper? I'm out, and I'm very bashful about it, and he's like, oh yeah, and he jokes with me a little bit, and then he like, the gentleman that he is, he like tosses some underneath, and I'm good. So I start unraveling. I do my business quickly, and as far as like cleaning up and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, well, at the very least, I've kind of broken the ice with him a little bit more, right? Like, that's kind of an experience that you don't get to share with everyone. So, trying to turn a negative into a positive, at least in my mind, because I'm still pretty embarrassed. So when I'm leaving, I say, something fun to, lighten the mood or whatever. So I'm like, hey, thanks for the layup, sports reference, because he's a basketball coach and everything. And so we have a little bit more of a laugh. Again, I'm talking to him through the stall. And at the very last moment, I turn and look back into my stall, and there was toilet paper behind me the whole time. So basically, like, it was a hand to forehead moment, like, holy crap. None of this had to happen at all. But the whole situation was created by me to begin with. And I'm still embarrassed about it, but hey, the truth is he is just a regular guy, just like me. And we did, get that little bit of a bond, and so whatever, I mean, it's just life. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. So I've spent a good deal of time laughing at myself over this one. But this is classic me. Like, this is definitely something that I would do. So that's my story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not seen our video before this, it is an interview with Gaming for Grandpa. So click on the card right here, and it'll take you to it. If you have not purchased yourself some Trigger Devils yet, please do. We really appreciate the support. We're a small startup, and it means a lot to us, and the Trigger Stops really do an amazing job, so it'll be well worth your money as well. And if that's what you want to do, click on this card here to actually make the purchase. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and we have many more videos coming soon. This has been T. Antonio, owner and creator of Trigger Devils, out.